Good evening. I'm Sharon Taswell.
And I'm Sean Murray. Thanks for joining us. We begin first in Chapel Hill, where the UNC Board of Governors announced it's hired Margaret Spellings as the new president of the UNC system. WNCN's Bo Minnick is covering the story. And Bo, when will Spellings take over?
Sean, she'll start her tenure in March, and this has been a search process that has taken 10 months for the Board of Governors to find the right candidate that it wanted for the job, and certainly it's been a process that at times has been controversial. Margaret Spellings walked into a standing ovation. She's also walking into a job where she will oversee the educations of more than 220,000 North Carolina college students.
Having spent most of my career in public service, I know both how challenging it is and how rewarding it is.
Spellings is a former U.S. Education Secretary under President George W. Bush and heads the Bush Presidential Center in Dallas.
I'm not an academic and I'm not a teacher. I'm not a researcher. I'm somebody who understands public policy making.
The board unanimously elected her to the president position that will be vacated by Tom Ross, but the process left some board members concerned, saying it was not transparent enough, calling on Chairman John Fenebres to resign. Tom Goolsby was one who asked for his resignation.
I wrote my letter privately to the board members and to the speaker and the pro tem, and I will leave it at that.
After the announcement, UNC faculty members spoke about their concerns, not necessarily about the new president, but about the search process. They, too, called for more transparency.
We were never invited to discuss any matters with any of the candidates for this job.
Shows the disregard, as other things in the process, shows the disregard for the people of North Carolina.
Spellings has a 5-year contract making $775,000 a year. She says she's focused on making UNC the finest university system in the country. Now, ahead at 7, you're going to hear some more concern that people brought up today about her leadership. You'll also hear from some students who are at the meeting. Live in Chapel Hill, I'm Bo Minnick, WNCN News.
Well, Bo, you mentioned that Spellings won't officially take over until March, so what happens between now and then?
Well, Tom Ross, the current president, is slated to stay in office until January. Then you have that 2-month transition period there, and what happens during those 2 months really isn't clear yet. It's possible Ross's term could be extended just a little bit. So really, at this point, that's an issue that the board still has to address.